little spot here with my buddy Travis Glassman, working on some whitetails today. Found a pretty decent one down there. We're gonna at least get a little closer and see if we want to put the hammer on them or not. But either way, it's a good day to be hunting. We could be working.
There you go.
Thank God we're hunting.
You ain't kidding.
All right, let's make a decision and see which way we're going. He's coming our way, actually. Those does are coming this way. Yeah, he's gotten quite a bit closer. I want to see what they do. He's just gonna, looks like he's keeping her pinned to that fence.
I'd say they're within 50 yards of that north fence.
Yeah. Just gonna keep tickling down, pop up. Back. Lights out, buddy. That was cool. Nice doing business with you.
Hey, did you see him coming the whole way down here?
Oh yeah.
I thought he was up top.
That was that doe. I just didn't want you to spook that doe.
Oh.
Let me find my arrow. Hey. Good work.
Jesse, I didn't know he was down here.
Oh yeah. I really thought he would have come downwind, circled.
Well, that's what I thought he was coming with the does up top.
No, I just caught the top of his back. I wanted to get over there because if I'd have stayed here, I'd have been screwed. He would have got me.
Yeah.
I was amazed he let me go.
Yeah.
I just didn't move. I didn't want to draw too early.
Yeah.
And then once he put his head down and started posturing, I just...
Did he see you?
Hell yeah, he pinned me.
He did?
Well, he knew I was something.
Okay.
But that decoy is deadly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way I would have got away with that if that decoy wasn't there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I just didn't move. I just waited.
Yeah.
They're going to dismiss you. I actually thought he was going to bound.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure my yardages.
I wish I would have known he was coming from the bottom because I would have filmed him the whole way.
Oh, you never saw him?
No.
Oh, I thought you got all that.
Well, I got the shot.
How much time before that?
Like 5 seconds.
Oh, no.
I looked over to the right. Hey, I looked over to the right and he's here posturing.
Oh, that's so funny. I
was looking at the does thinking I was going to see tines up top.
I watched him for 2 minutes.
Really?
As soon as I got over there, I started to get up, started to look for him. And I kept looking up there because I thought the wind,
yeah.
You know, he's going to circle. But I didn't want to, he was coming this way. Because he came straight. Like if you watched when he went down that hill, he's not going to go down and then go that where I didn't think he would.
Right.
He came on a line, man.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense that he would come on a line just because he's aggressive, but I just, honest to goodness, thought he would never leave those does up top.
Yeah.
That's
That decoy, he came down to push us out. Or I guess he's about what we figured.
Yeah.
Let me get this
good
off.
main beams.
Yeah, just that hunt was great.
Yeah.
I've shot 150s that weren't that much fun.
Yeah.
No, that was really cool. I was happy with, I backed up a little bit in that brush. If I wouldn't have, it would have had, I hate head-on shots, you know?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been good. That was exciting. It makes me want to go out and decoy some more of them.
It gets addicting, I'll tell you that.
That really worked deadly. That was sick.
It's unreal.
Yeah, I'm happy with that shot. Oh, that's a good buck.
Yeah, he's not bad at all. 9.
Yes, sir. Put it on him.
Well, my buddy Jesse, all the way from New York. And I am pumped. I've always wanted to spend a day out with Jesse. He's a killer. And we had a heck of a good decoy hunt today. We started off first thing this morning, and it's been a bitter cold sucker today, huh?
Oh, yeah. But we pushed. That's the big thing.
We pushed. We got out on foot even when the wind chills were well below freezing. And we saw these bucks to the north end of this draw with a group of does, and we decided we would get a little closer, and we knew that we were going to have to make a decision at some point if he gave us an opportunity. And we had some good film, so Jesse decided to put the smack down.
Boy, what a beautiful night.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, my buddy Jesse Coots has joined me for the day, and I'm honored to have spent the day with him. And I tagged out a couple days ago on a nice mule deer, and he makes the long trek from New York every year.
Yeah, Western New York.
And we met a few years ago through a buddy named Matt, right?
We met on walk-in.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We were both kind of glassing a piece of walk-in hunting.
Yep.
And Jesse and Matt rolled up in the pickup, and I was just getting back to the truck, and
he told us there was no good deer on that spot.
Yeah, pretty much don't come here. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, met Jesse and kind of befriended him, and it's just been a good relationship from that day forward. And this is the first time we actually hunted together. I told him since I was tagged out, it'd be awesome to get out and pound some ground with him and just kind of learn from each other. And it worked out really good today. We found a beautiful 9-point down at the north end of a draw, and it was about a half mile off a main road. And we came up to a high spot, glassed, and found him and a smaller buck, and they were running several does in the bottom. And we decided to get down on the bottom with them, and we had the wind in our face and started working up toward them, and they kind of started to leave, or I don't know if the does were going out to feed or what.
There was more does than we knew, really.
Yeah,
yeah, they're really thick draw right at the end of the whole thing.
Yep, there ended up being a whole lot more deer than we thought, which we probably would have ended up bumping into them had we kept pushing forward quick. So patience is always good, and just kind of worked out really good because he kind of walked up on a hill, and we popped up the Heads Up Decoy, and once he seen it, it was like he perked up and just started working down the hill at us, and it was that was crazy how deadly that worked. Yeah. So this is kind of one of your first whitetail hunts with a decoy, huh? Yeah.
Oh, and how many have I done? I've killed, I think, 5 out here, spot and stalk, but it's always a struggle. It's always so much work to get in on these deer. You threw that decoy up, and it was like, I mean, you put it up. Yeah. We hollered to him just to get his attention. Literally hollered, bat. Yeah. And once he saw that decoy, you shook it a little bit. And you were smart to drop back. You stuck it in the ground, dropped back. You filmed the whole thing, and then I actually dropped off to the right 15 yards because I was afraid he was going to come head on to that decoy, and he did. Yep. Which is lucky. It would have been a chest shot, which I hate to take a chest shot. Yeah. It worked out great. He came in pretty fast. Yep. The decoy is unbelievable. Yeah. It's the first time I've done a decoy on a whitetail. I always just spend all day sneaking in on them, and it's nice to have them come to you. It's so much better. And literally when he came in, he even pinned me because it was only 15 or 20 yards. He pinned me, looked at me for probably 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and I just held up, and then he went after. He put his head down, put his ears forward, and I literally, I wish the camera would have been on me, because as soon as he did that, I just smiled. I thought it's over, and I just drew back slow. That's why you practice drawing back like that. Drew back slow, and I can't remember if I grunted him to a stop or not.
But he was just locked onto that decoy.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
It's just all a blur right now. So I had dropped back like Jesse said, and Jesse kind of whistled at me real quick and kind of pointed to our south. The does were kind of working up and getting almost to our downwind side.
They were pulling our wind, and I was afraid that I didn't know if you saw them, so
Yeah.
I whistled and just wanted you to keep your eyes on it.
Yeah.
I could probably kind of screwed you on the filming.
Yeah, as a cameraman, it's difficult to know where everything is and to communicate with the hunter. And instead of me looking in the general direction of where the buck was initially coming from in the first place, I screwed up and kind of was paying attention to the does, thinking the buck was going to be pushing the does up the hill, and I just kept thinking, I'm going to see tines up on this hill. He's gonna see us, you know. And I thought once he got up on the hill, he would see the decoy and come down.
Because he was circling down. Yeah, you would think he would have circled downwind. He didn't. He just came on a line.
Yeah. So he totally forgot the does, which was unusual from my experience. But he ended up circling straight down this valley to the north of us, and just basically walked the bottom right up at us. And right at the last minute, I realized what was happening. And
I thought you had the whole thing.
I zoomed way out, panned over, and all I could see was ears laid back, and he's slobbering, coming in mad, and all of a sudden I just heard the shot, and I'm pretty sure I got it. But yeah, it was an incredible experience.
Even if you don't have a tag, grab a decoy. I could do this all day.
Yeah.
Just for fun. That's so much fun sneaking up on them.
Yep.
Yeah, that was deadly.
Once these big guys get their mind made up that they want to run a buck off, they are so dead set on that. It's almost like their eyes glaze over, and they are just, hypnotized. They are just rolling in mad.
Yeah.
So,
and don't quit.
Don't quit.
I mean, don't quit even if, like, he pinned me, and I was literally on the ground like that, and it's like, that's when you want to just be like, but you just, even if they flush, stay on them. Stand up and draw them, bat, and know your yardages.
Yep.
And you're going to get them.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
just
cool.
Persistence and patience with the decoy is one thing I've learned over the years. Is even though you think the gig is up, if you show it and you know that they see it, it might be an hour.
He's going to come back.
But he's probably going to circle in at some point. It sometimes on the mule deer side, on the doe especially, they kind of get that in their mind, and when they decide it's time, they will finally, on their terms, come in and scent check that doe.
Right. Wow.
It's wild how this works.
This was pretty new to me. Oh, we decoyed another one in this morning, 130-inch 10-point.
Yep.
And that was we could have slammed him if we wanted to.
Yep.
And we were just screwing around with him.
Yeah.
If you're just, like you said, follow those, it's a no-brainer. I mean, you're going to. I like getting off to the side of them. That worked out so slick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting the decoy away from the hunter a little bit. Ideally, in most situations, it would be the best to have the hunter downwind of the decoy.
Absolutely.
That's when it's usually going to happen. But in this case, with how it happened so quick, Jesse was actually upwind, and the deer didn't pay any attention to the wind.
He wasn't going to go in that. He wasn't. He was over there. There's no way he was going to come over here and then in. We in that circumstance, we got away with that.
Yeah.
But you're right. They're going to go down. I would stick that decoy upwind of me every time.
Yeah.
Even if you're alone, stick that in the ground, go down 20 yards, and scream it. I literally hollered at him.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
Because he couldn't hear us with the wind.
Yeah.
And once he heard that, he saw you flash that decoy, and he came on a string. That was so cool.
Yeah. Well, it is time. We're going to, the sun's about to set. It is the 9th of November, so this stretch of days in here is magical. I mean, he was dogging those like crazy. I would say the 7th through the 15th is the prime time in my opinion. So
just to see this stuff, they're running crazy.
This is incredible. So now we're gonna get him loaded up in the Polaris. We're gonna head back to, we're gonna get the guts out of him, load him up, and head back and hang him up. So thank you again, sir.
Hey, thank you. I'm honored. Appreciate the opportunity. It was fun to be out with you. I learned a lot.
Heck yeah.
Cheers.